Welcome to another episode of Sneaks Rhymes of Life. I am your host, Lionel McDonald. So we are once again live in Studio 185 as part of Henry's Camera, downtown Toronto, located at Church and Shooter, just east of the Eaton Center and the center of the universe in Canada, Yonge and Dundas. So today's episode, we're going to talk a little sneakers. Got a chance to try these on in store and totally inspired an episode I didn't really expect to happen. I heard some reviews. I heard just some chatter about this specific product. I'm in the basketball world. I've listened and watched and followed NBA, WNBA, high school, college, rap team, you name it, European, World Cup, Olympics, love it all. Love it all. Basketball is my second favorite sport next to football, American football. Love CFL, don't get me wrong. We're recording here in Canada, as we talked about, being very close to Yonge and Dundas. Again, special shout out to everyone here at Henry's Cameras that has allowed me to use the studio to record episodes over the month of January. Hopefully we get to do it again and roll into February, but this is special time for me, trying something new. But yeah, we are live in this particular space. Want to take a moment to shout out my grandmother, Hortense Humphrey, who did pass away today, as I'm recording. So I am recording a little bit with a heavy heart, but we are okay right now. We will keep moving. And we're going to talk about today's topic. So today's topic, again, I tried this on in store. I have a demo model that I will show you briefly, but we are going to talk about the brand of Anta. So those that are not familiar with Anta, Anta is a basketball brand. It's starting to blossom now in the NBA, as well as in Canada and the US. There are a couple significant athletes that do wear it. Klay Thompson, Gordon Hayward. And now we do have, after controversy, if you want to call it, polarizing, if you want to call it, one of the most talented players we have in the NBA, when Kyrie Irving is now a part of the Anta family. So it's one of the biggest sports brands in China. They specifically have made shoes for Thompson and Haywood. It may not be on the same level as LeBron and KD and Giannis, amongst others. You know, you go look at the Adidas. AE is probably the best or the biggest shoe. It was probably sneaker of the year in many people's eyes in 2024. Harden is been rolling out shoes along with Jason Tatum is now on shoe number 3, the lightest one he's ever made. Steph Curry is in double digits when we're talking about the shoes, and arguably the grippiest shoe on the market. Can't forget Dame Lillard, as I was already talking about, the Adidas brand. So there's lots out there. We just had D Rose hang up his jersey and his sneakers for one last time. Big shout out to D Rose. I'm a D Rose fan. I definitely a fan for the stints that he had with the Knicks. But let's get into Anta. So Anta, again, this brand is continuing to flourish and blossom, and not because it's a fashion shoe. These are functional shoes that are essentially out there. We've had other athletes wear Anta before. KG ultimately finished his career with Anta. Alex Caruso, James Wiseman, Kevon Looney, Tyrance Mann, Luis Scola Rajon Rondo. These are all guys that have worn Anta. There's several more, including my boy Precious Achua that now plays for the New York Knicks over the last couple of years after the OG Anunoby trade last year that sent RJ and Emmanuel quickly. We didn't like it, but it's working out just fine for us Knicks fans. That is just a handful of the people that are wearing Anta now in the NBA. So fast forward, we know that Kyrie Irving had some controversy with the um, comments about a movie he watched that really put people in Israel in a special place. Did not go very well. Ultimately, he got dropped by Nike. That's how it went down. Again, I'll shout out. Thank you so much for everyone listening, whether you're listening on Apple, Google, iHeartRadio, Spotify. You're watching this on YouTube. As I got my, it's on this side. Toronto is home. Our home is Toronto shirt, made by Peace Collective. Again, a Canadian brand. So shout out to everyone there. But yeah, Kyrie Irving is now wearing Anta. We didn't know Kyrie Irving would land with anyone with his own signature shoe. And Kyrie Irving's shoe in 2015 and 2016 and even 17 may have been the most popular shoe on the market. People could relate to Kyrie. People could relate to Steph Curry in the same way because those guys are 6'1", 6'2", 6'3". They look like it. They look like people on the street that may be hooping at the Y or your local level, whatever. Funny thing, I called my league, as much as I'd love it and I'd love the team, like it's not a very high tier of basketball, and that's okay. It allows a guy like me that is 5 decades old, allows me to be able to get up and down the floor, show them some old school moves, get some hook shots up, fade away, throw up a couple jumpers, use my Jalen Brunson footwork, AK Dream Shake from Akeem Olajuwon. It's just to have fun. But at the same time, Kyrie ran the basketball world when it came to sneakers. And then things fell apart. It was crazy to believe that Kyrie no longer even has a shoe with Nike. It seemed a match made in heaven. We should have Kyrie's for the next 15 years after Kyrie 1, 2, and 3 totally exploded on the market. There was never enough. This is a signature shoe that's sold out in every single color. Fast forward to where we are today. Kyrie is now with Anta, and I have a pair that I got from the store. This shoe is phenomenal. I did not believe I would say this about any other brand, maybe Adidas or Under Armour, but a new brand that has come into the marketplace. This retails, I think it's 160 Canadian, 125 American, launched late last year. Wear testers gave it a 9 out of 10. It is absolutely fantastic. So what's great about Anta? It gets a total W. Cushioning, support, and most importantly to most athletes, traction. They made the Anta Shockwave and some other things, but that's what he started off wearing before they made him his shoe. So the specs on it, it's not a herringbone traction, but it's a solid rubber outsole. It's an odd pattern, but holy crap, is it ever grippy. It is. I thought the Currys from this year were the grippiest things out there. I know that I love the Jordan 14, that it's herringbone all the way through. The bottom reminds me actually a little bit of the Jordan 14, but it's an odd shape. It has herringbone, but the patterns are uneven. Craziest grip that I've ever seen on a sneaker. As far from outdoor use, it's great, but it's not going to last against the concrete. It's designed for the hardwood. So keep that in mind. If you decide to try it on or you decide to buy a pair, you should wear them inside. That's what it's for. Cushioning, I would only tell you that what is unique about this is that it's a full length cushioning. You know, Kyrie 4 used a full length cushioning. I think they call it in Anta full length nitro edge foam. So it's infused with foam to give you an excellent feel. But what I love about it, it's got a bounce to it. It's got like a foam posit bounce to it in this particular shoe. Um, you feel nice, you feel balanced, you feel like you can be explosive for the smallest players to players that probably play 3 or even 4. Change your direction and focus. You feel that you can do whatever. When you look at the materials of the upper, so it's got mesh, and along with their fuse, the fuse helps to give you some stability. Um, Probably needs to be worn in a bit, but I think when I tried on this particular pair, that it's tight and you feel like it's tight. I've worn other shoes. Sorry, Jason Tatum. Tried your shoe on, tried it on a second time, felt like it totally fell apart and was loose and not a fail. Support, the support of the shoe is probably the highlight outside the traction. You feel totally secure wearing this shoe. People worry about their ankles. Old school people, oh, I'm not going to wear like I need to wear a high cut shoe. The support is here, particularly in the toe box. That's where you're going to get your support, whether you're going to roll or not. This is a lockdown, wrap your foot, glove for your foot. And what I love about it, it is crazy, crazy light. Not as heavy as the majority of the weight is in the midsole and in the outsole, where it's got rubber, but it is amazing. I think when you look at this shoe, this is maybe outside maybe the KD 17. The 81 for me is too heavy. This might be the one. This and the Sabrina 2s out there might be the best shoes on the market right now. When we talk about what is the best basketball sneaker out there. And I would tell you that it might be Kyrie's Kai 1, as they call it. So there's lots of different colors. There is what is it called? 11 games. There's a red one called Love. There's the Pass the Torch, which is like a silver one. They all have a backstory, which is cool, that goes along with it. Sacred Bond. That is the one that is like it almost looks like it could have been directly out of the Black Panther trilogy. And then this is the North Star. Again, these ones all have message and really are a shoe that you can be excited about, a shoe that you can be passionate about, a shoe that's going to protect you, and you're going to probably help you perform at a higher level because of what it is. So, Anta, you have come up with a gem of a sneaker. You should be proud. I'm endorsing it. I know I don't carry a lot of weight, but hey, people that are out there hooping, I've tried this on. You should strongly consider wearing Anta as a brand and the Kai 1. It very well may be the best basketball sneaker that is on the market. This is Sneaks, Rhymes, and Life. I'm your host, Lionel McDonald. We're going to wrap this one up today. Go try on a pair of Anta. Foot Locker's got them in a whole bunch of different colors. I think I mentioned some of them in store. They got Sacred Bond, North Star, Pass the Torch. I think they got the Love, which I think is like that brown one that's out there. And there's more colors to come. But this may be the best basketball sneaker for the average and for the elite athlete that's out there. If Kyrie is wearing it, you're probably good to go. Lionel McDonald out. Sneaks, Rhymes, and Life. We are live in Studio 185. Shout out to the entire team here at Henry's Camera. We all creators.